What is up, you guys? It's Kate and Kate. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm kind of nervous to film this because I don't know how it's gonna go. I feel like it's been long enough that it's just kind of a funny story to me. So I thought it would be funny to tell you guys because I've never really done a story time or anything like that before. So I just kind of wanted to sit down and spill the tea, like give you the drama on my life on how I basically made a straight boy fall in love with me. In my last video where I read your guys' assumptions, someone asked me like if I had any regrets in life, and I really said no, but this was kind of one of my regrets and I kind of mentioned it and you guys wanted to see what the actual tea was, so I feel like it's been long enough and I feel like it would just be a funny story time to share with you guys because I've always wanted to film a story time. Or a timeline of things, like it happened like years and years ago. So basically in this store there was a flower shop which I worked in, and then right next to it there was a coffee shop which this boy worked in. We are going to call, I don't know what his name should be. We're gonna call him Mitch because Mitch is such a douchebag name, which kind of goes with his personality. So we're gonna call him Mitch. So there was this boy Mitch, right, who worked right next to me, and I mean, obviously we worked in the same space, so when there was downtime, we would talk. And this boy, he was very nice. He was a douchebag, but he was also so nice. He was really chill. He didn't give up, like he did not care. He was so douchebag, but nice. I don't know how else to explain that. So we talked, I mean, probably every day we worked together, or he talked to me about shoes. He would talk to me, I don't know, just random like guy stuff. I don't know. It like was really weird because our personalities were not the same, but for some reason we just kind of clicked. But anyways, so we talked and talked for like 6 months maybe, finally. And I want to make this obviously like very clear. He was a straight boy talking to me, but I honestly did not have feelings, like at all. Like at that point, like we had been talking and I was like, yeah, he's obviously cute, but he's cute, nice, but a douchebag. So I was like, not gonna happen. It was kind of weird because he would talk to me about him and his girlfriend's problems all the time, which I thought was kind of interesting, and he always wanted my like opinion on what I thought, and like it was really none of my business, and like I would throw my opinion in every now and then, but mostly I just didn't care to talk about it. Me and this guy had been friends for so long. Sometimes he would get really weird about conversations. Like I remember he would come over to me and have conversations like, bro, like why are you gay? Like I don't get it. Like girls are so like hot. He would get very sexual about things, and he'd be like, oh, like I'm telling you, like you just need to sleep with a girl, like you'd realize like how good it is. I don't know, just talk about girls and talk about like his girlfriend being like so hot, and like he would always ask me like, would you ever kiss my girlfriend? Like it was really weird and uncomfortable because he would come over to me like, and so, I mean, obviously there were a couple, like, yellow flags popping up with this boy. Like, why are you talking about this stuff? Like, it's so weird. Obviously, he was super nice, and, like, I have never had, like, a straight guy friend. So, he meant a lot to me. Like, regardless, like, we just got along really well, so I liked him. When he first invited me to hang out, and we went to this thing called The Lights in Salt Lake City, I can't remember how he was just being, like, very interesting that night. Like, I didn't bring a jacket. I brought a jacket, but it wasn't like a warm enough jacket, and he offered me his, which I don't know. I'm just saying from the little signs that I picked up, he gave me his jacket that night, and I can't remember why, but some reason his girlfriend ended up taking a picture, because I know I wanted pictures that night, and then we took a picture together, but for some reason we linked arms, and I don't know. It's such a long time ago, so it's hard to recall the memories, but it's like ended up linking arms or something, and I can't remember if it's because I was cold or he was cold or we were just being dorks. I really don't know. But I have this picture with him that I still treasure. I don't know, because this is like my proof that like I had a guy friend once upon a time. So then I remember him coming over to me at work one day, and he was obviously a very big drinker and weed smoker, and like he just would always ask me, he's like, why don't you drink, bro? Like it's so like the best, like I just love, he'd do like this, like I love to get like hella drunk, like it's so much fun, like I want to see you drink, like I just feel like it'd be hella funny, I feel like you'd act super silly. And I always told him, like whenever he'd bring up these things to me, I would always be like, well, I obviously don't drink, like that's not my thing, like every time I drink I have like a really bad experience, so I don't do it, like, not my thing, like, sorry, like, you're not gonna happen, like, you think you're funny, but, like, I'm just never gonna drink in front of you, and, like, it's just not gonna happen. And then the conversations kept happening, like, weeks and weeks, and then finally I was like, you know what, like, fuck it, like, we've been friends for so long, like, come over to my house one night, like, get alcohol, because I don't know how to get it, like, you have to get it, but come over, and I will drink just so you can finally see, like, how I am drunk, so you'll get over it. Because I seriously, he used to bug me, like, every day about it. So I'm, like, finally, like, fine. Like, I'll drink this one time so you can just, like, get it off your chest. Like, bring your girlfriend. Like, I love her. Her name is, well, we'll call her Brittany. I said, bring Brittany and come over. Like, you guys can just, like, chill and we'll drink so you guys can finally see. He came over late one night. I remember being hella nervous because I was like, this is, like, not gonna be good. Like, I'm scared. Like, what am I gonna say? Because I won't lie, like, obviously I had never had a straight guy be my friend before, and this guy was so nice, and it just felt nice to have a boy want to be your friend when all my friends are girls. Obviously he meant a lot to me as a person, and I never wanted to jeopardize that. And obviously I couldn't help but have a little bit of feelings towards him just because a guy has never acted this way for me before. But that does not mean I would ever go, like, it was never my intention to do anything that would jeopardize our friendship. And even though I had a little bit of feelings for him, not a lot, he was a douchebag. Like, I knew, like, it just would never be a thing, so I never let it be a thing, and I just kept it casual. Like, I wanted to be his friend more than anything, and I would never try to ruin that. So he came over to my house one night with his girlfriend. I think we were, like, sitting there for a second. Like, I showed him my apartment. I'm like, here it is. It's nothing special, but it's my apartment. And he was like, whatever. Like, I don't care. And then I think what happened is I was so hella nervous. But the reason I drank was obviously to impress him. Obviously, like, it was my own decision at the end of the day, but we started to drink because I think it's important for you guys to know, like, I've never had a friend like this ever, so I wanted to really impress this guy, like, and that's not even in a romantic way. I just wanted him to like me. It was very important for me, for him to like me, just because I wanted to keep him in my life. So I think I remember grabbing the bottle and just, like, downing it. Like, I was like, this stuff, like, does not bother me. Like, I can get drunk, like, super quick. Like, we'll just get it over with so you can see. So I drank, like, I started to drink a lot, and then they were, like, shocked. Like, Mitch and Brittany were like, oh my gosh, like, how do you do that? Like, that's so crazy. And, like, it was a chill night. They had a little bit to drink, and then they were like, let's go get chasers, ping pong balls, and cups, and we'll play beer pong. We got in their car, which is so dumb. Like, I cannot stress that enough, how dumb it was to get in their car when all of us had something to drink. So dumb. I realized that. Like, that was so stupid on my part. So anyways, we drive over there. So by the time we got to Walmart to run in there and grab our stuff, like, I was a silly, crazy mess. And obviously I was drinking more that night because I was trying to, like, show him, like, yeah, I can do this. Like, it's not a big deal, but I don't care. So then I was being silly in the store, and we were just kind of all laughing and being goofy. Like, I was obviously being... Probably my feelings were, like, my walls were down, right? My feelings were being a little more out there with Mitch. But I mean, his girlfriend didn't really seem to care because we were obviously, I think it was a known fact that we were close. Like, I know we weren't friends outside of work really, but we were obviously close. It's so weird because I really don't know how Mitch felt about me, but obviously people give off certain kind of auras or vibes. He really liked me, and I didn't think, like, at the time those were, like, feelings for me. Balls, we got the cups, we got, I think, orange juice, and then we left. We went back to the apartment. So dumb to drive. Please, like, learn from me. Do not do that. Like, that is so stupid. Like, you are dumb for doing that. Like, it's so awful. But we drove back. We went back up to the apartment. We started drinking more. We were playing beer pong. I was bad. Like, I am not a sporty person. Like, I suck at sport. Me and Mitch were playing beer pong. He was creaming me. He literally got it in, like, every time. He did this, like, his stance was so funny. Like, he was so into it. Like, he had this perfect, like, throw for it. Mitch obviously had, like, a couple drinks by now. And then Brittany was obviously getting more and more intoxicated. Then this is where the night turned weird. Because I do not remember saying anything to lead to this. I do not remember Brittany leading into any of this. But I remember Mitch bringing up, like, stuff we would talk about at work again. He brought up, like, I don't understand, like, why you're gay, like, girls are so much better. I can't remember exactly what he said, because, sorry, I was intoxicated, he was intoxicated, there are no text messages, but he obviously brought something up about how I should just try girls out, and I was like, haha, like, you're so funny, like, not gonna happen, girls are just not my thing, and then I can't remember how it got brought up, but I know it came out of his mouth. We were talking about, I don't get what you find, like, so attractive in a guy. Or he was just asking me all these questions about guys, so finally I was like, well, why do you like girls? Like, a boob is just like a boob, right? Like, that, like, literally is nothing. And then he said something along the lines, like, okay, well, why don't you fill Brittany's, like, right now? And tell me, like, you feel nothing. And I was like, no, like, I'm pretty sure at first I was like, why am I going to do that? Like, there is no point for me to do that. And then he was like, oh, come on, just, like, do it. Like, do it. And, like, I don't know. He was being very, like, just so weird that night. And he wanted me, obviously, to do it. Like, he was obviously the one making all the moves for me to touch his girlfriend's boob. And finally, like, I just wanted him to shut up about it. Like, it was getting hella annoying. And obviously, I looked over at his girlfriend and I was like, do you care? Or I can't remember what happened, but we were like kind of odd man's out of the situation. And we were both just like, fine. Like, we'll do it, so we'll move on. So I stood up, I grabbed her boob for like 5 seconds. And obviously, neither one of us cared because I was obviously gay and not into it. And she was obviously straight and into her boyfriend. So she didn't care if a gay guy grabbed her because we were all close at the time, like, it was nothing to us. So I got up, I grabbed her boob, I was like, there you go, Coulter, like, it means nothing, like, I feel nothing, like, nothing's going on. I do not like girls. So then I thought the situation was over, right? Like, we could just go back to being, like, laughing and silly and, like, enjoying ourselves. This is when it gets more weird. Mitch, not me, I did not, for a fact, bring any of this up. And neither did his girlfriend, Brittany. Me and her did not want to do this at all. It was not our idea. It was not anything. We were just chilling. And this is when Mitch brought up the idea for me to kiss his girlfriend. He thought we should just do it because he's like, oh, come on. Like, it'll be so funny. Like, just kiss my girlfriend and, like, tell me it means nothing to you. Now, in the past, I have kissed girls. Yes, I think it is funny. But I was like, no. Like, there is no... I obviously knew in my mind, like, no, I'm not going to kiss your girlfriend. Like, that is crossing, like, a serious line of our friendship right now if I go kiss your girlfriend. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. His girlfriend, Brittany, was like, no, like, we're not going to do this. Like, you're just drunk, obviously. Like, and I don't know what, like, why you want, like, this stuff to go down between us so badly. But I was like, no, I'm not going to. And then he just kept, again, like the boob thing, bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up. And I was like, I'm not going to do this. But what I want you guys to understand is I had never had a guy friend. I don't know how they act. I don't know what the dynamic is supposed to be. I thought it was obviously crossing a line, but he kept bringing it up and saying, oh, come on, just kiss her. Just kiss her. Like, just do it. It'll be funny. And it meant so much to me at the time to impress this guy. Like, not in a romantic way at all, but just, I never had guy friends. Like, he was really always so nice and, like, chill with me, and we always had good conversations. And, you know, I didn't want to lose this friendship. So I was like, okay, if it's gonna... And he just kept bringing it up. And it was not an issue, like, a subject to go away. So I was like, fine, like, I don't care. I looked at his girlfriend and I was like, do you care? And she was like, no, like, you're gay, like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's fine. We'll just peck and so Mitch can get over it. We looked at each other. It was hella awkward. It was hella weird. Like, we kissed. Like, we were both giggling about it. Like, we just thought it was so dumb. I don't know. I think Mitch said something like, yo, bro, was that, like, the best thing ever? Like, did that, like, do something for you? And I was like, no, like, I told you, like, I'm obviously gay. Like, this means nothing to me. Like, this was so dumb. Like, I don't know why you made us kiss. I can't remember why. This is the part that gets confusing. And I know, like, I probably shouldn't have done any of these things, but for whatever reason, Mitch had to go to the bathroom and pee. So he went to the bathroom, and I can't remember why. I don't know if he said something. I don't know if I did something, and I don't remember if Brittany did something, but we all had conversations about it after, and I can't remember why it came up. But we were hella drunk at this point, and he went to the bathroom, and we obviously thought it was funny to kiss the first time. So when he walked to the bathroom, and we literally touched lips maybe for 5 seconds again. I can't remember. We just thought it was funny. So we did it again. And obviously, the first person to bring up us doing this was Brittany's boyfriend, Mitch. So I thought it was fine. Honestly, I didn't want to do it in the beginning, but I was hella drunk. We were laughing. It happened again. Her boyfriend came back out. I think he knew we kissed. I think we said something about kissing a second time. He laughed it off. We laughed it off. Obviously, he was the one that wanted it in the first place. They decided they were going to go home for the night. I was ready to go to bed. Like, this was just obviously, like, so bad. Like, I don't know what this night turned into, but they were still fine at the end of the night. Like, it was still, everything was peaceful. Like, there was no bad blood. There was nothing, like, we were all just kind of laughing. But then Mitch got super drunk, so me and Brittany were like, okay, he's obviously gone for the night. Let's call it a night. Go home. I was scared he was going to throw up all over my floor. But they left. I was like, good night. Like, I was like, this is so dumb. Like, hopefully you got what you wanted, Mitch. Like, I drank. You can, like, laugh it off now. Like, we can just go back. Things being the way they were being. This is not the case. This is when it turned into literal hell for me. Because this is when things turned ugly. I woke up the next day to texts and calls. And it was Mitch asking me if we kissed twice the night before. And his girlfriend had also texted me. His girlfriend said, lie to Mitch and say we did not kiss twice. And I was like, this is such an uncomfortable situation to be in. Because honestly, at the time, I was closer to Mitch. Like, we were bros, whatever you want to call it. We were obviously fine. Like, we were obviously much more closer because I never saw his girlfriend hardly ever. But his girlfriend said, lie to him and tell him we only kissed once. And I had Mitch asking me, did you guys kiss twice? ? And I honestly didn't know what to do. I think I said something like, I don't want to be in the middle of this. Like, you're the one that wanted us to kiss in the first place. Like, you guys work it out. Like, you wanted this to happen, not me or Brittany. And he was like, did you kiss twice, though? Did you kiss twice? Did you kiss twice? Did you kiss twice? And I was like, you know what? We did. Like, I don't know why we kissed a second time. Like, it makes literally no sense to me at all. But you're the one who wanted us to kiss. Like, you were the one who wanted me to grab her boob. Like, me and her did not want to do any of this stuff, like, in the first place, like, at all. It was weird to us. But it was to get you to shut up because you would not stop pressuring us. That's what happened. He was, like, literally pressuring us to kiss and for me to grab her boob. And it was so awkward, and I hated it. But he wanted us to do it so badly, and I wanted to keep his friendship so badly that I was like, okay, like, if this is what's gonna, like, impress you to be my friend, like, fine, I'll do it. Which is so horrible, but that's, like, another subject all on its own. So I told him, I was like, yeah, we kissed twice, but that's, I don't think, really on us. This is where it got ugly because that means his girlfriend lied to him, and I don't know why she lied to him about it because he's the one that made us do it. Obviously, he went to the bathroom when we did it a second time, but we obviously just kissed like 5 seconds ago. You weren't, and Mitch wasn't mad about it. He wanted it to happen, so I don't know why he cared, but he got mad, and this is where it got kind of ugly, and He was so pissed at both of us. He's like, I don't get why you guys kiss. Like, that's so awful. Like, why would you do me like that? Like, I thought we were bros. And I was like, you are the one that, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I did not want to hurt you, like, at any way, shape, or form. But you are the one that initiated all of this. You are the one that wanted us to do it. And now you're going to turn around when you're going to turn around and say, like, why would you guys do that to me? Like, such a low blow on your end. But I was like, seriously, like, why are you mad? Like, you wanted it and now you're mad about it? Like, that's so dumb and unfair. And I know it caused problems for them for weeks. And then I ended up telling him, like, how sorry I was. Like, I didn't know. Like, I was just trying to impress him because I wanted him to be my friend so badly. And this isn't the first time stuff like this has happened between us. He has come up to me multiple times at work for a fact and asked me if I wanted to see, like, naked pictures of his girlfriend, or, like, if I thought, like, his girlfriend had a hot body. Like, there were so many conversations that went down before this about him asking me about his girlfriend that this is nothing new. Like, this has been going on. I just tell him, like, I try to shut it down, and I'm like, I do not want this. Like, I don't want any of this. Like, I'm obviously into guys. Like, leave it alone. Like, I don't know why. It's a subject that keeps getting brought up. I don't know. He would do it in ways, and maybe I wasn't being hard enough about it. I would just laugh it off and be like, you're so funny. Like, obviously, these were just conversations that went down between us before, and then it obviously escalated into something bigger that night. And I just told him, like, how sorry I was. Like, I didn't mean to cause any problems. Like, I told his girlfriend I was really sorry. And then it was very, very awkward because I had to go to, obviously, work with this guy, and we were not talking anymore. Like, it just wasn't a good situation to be in. I think a few weeks had passed, and I finally, like, apologized. A few weeks or months had passed, and I finally apologized to him again. And he was like, you know, like, you're fine. Like, me and Brittany worked out our problems. But, like, it was a really low blow by you, and, like, I just still don't get why you could do that to me. And I was like, okay, I didn't, but I'm sorry. Like, you kind of made it happen, and, like, I'm just sorry. Because I truly lost someone that I really, really cared about. Like, I really, really cared about Mitch. I know he was a douchebag, and, like, I could just never, like, have... I don't know. It's a weird, weird thing. Our relationship was weird. Because he was such a good guy, and I knew, like, I still think, like, he came off as this douchebag boy, but there were obviously, I think, much under the surface. He just doesn't show it. This is where it gets a little weird because we were always so close, and I still can't figure out to this day why he wanted me to kiss his girlfriend so badly. But I've done, like, a lot of reflecting on it, honestly, because it's something that I told you guys that really bugged me. Like, it's one of my biggest regrets doing that to him because it really did hurt him. I ended up apologizing, and we ended up being like, okay, like, we just stopped talking really after that. We just weren't close anymore, which is fine. I really don't know how he feels, so it's hard to speak on his behalf. But I don't understand why he would want me to kiss his girlfriend so badly unless... I believe he had feelings for me. I really do. And I have had multiple conversations with people about it, and people that have seen us in the same environment together, and people have told me the same thing. People have said, oh yeah, he might have had I've had people say, like, oh yeah, I could totally see, like, why you would say that. Like, it makes sense. And I've had people that have said, oh yeah, like, I would think he has a crush on you too. Because it does not make sense why he would want you to kiss his girlfriend so badly. I don't know, maybe that was some fantasy of his, me and his girlfriend. I honestly don't know, and I will never find out. But just from conversations I've had with his girlfriend, with him, with other people, that's just kind of seems like the secret. And obviously he's a straight guy, and I mean, obviously I still see him as a straight guy. But, like, maybe just this one time, like, he liked me. I really don't know. Maybe he didn't like me. Maybe he just wanted to fuck with me this whole time. But that's what I kind of take away from it, and that's what some other people have told me. I just feel like I wasn't the only one who was maybe kind of having those feelings for him, just by the way he acted with me sometimes, or what he would ask me about, or how he wanted me to kiss his girlfriend. It just makes it seem like, okay, well, obviously there's some kind of fantasy or something in your head to want that. Maybe it scared him and that's why he got so pissed the next day that I kissed his girlfriend. But I honestly don't know. That's kind of where everything has kind of gotten left, is just we're not talking. He's obviously forgiven me. I think he has. I've seen in text that he has, but I honestly don't know. Me and this guy do not talk anymore at all. Like, it really just bothers me how everything went down because we had such a great relationship. Maybe we didn't. Maybe it was fucked up by all the things he would ask me and say to me sometimes, but I really did believe he was a good guy, and I really did believe that he genuinely wanted to be my friend. So it just kind of sucks because I feel like if that night would have never happened and I would have never agreed to it, that we would still be in each other's lives, but I honestly don't know. But it's just, sorry, I feel like it got on such a sad note. Like, I still think it's very funny. Like, it's just a funny, dumb situation, like, when you're being young and, like, just stuff goes down or whatever you want to call it, and it's just funny. Like, I try not to be so serious about, like, situations that happen to me, and I try to be, like, lighthearted about it because, like, it sucks that happened, but it was also, like, just, it's a funny story to share, I feel like. I may have put it, like, in a dark, grim way, but it's, like, funny, right? Like, a straight guy made me make out with his girlfriend, and then he turned around the next day and he was, like, pissed at me. Like, I don't know. Like, haha, one of my funny drunk stories. But, yeah, that's kind of the end of the story. I don't really know if that was a good story time or not. Yeah, basically, that's, like, the time a straight boy kind of fell in love with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really don't know what it was. I was just trying to share a funny little story time of something that happened to me because it's funny. I think it's funny. I think tragic stories are funny. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thought it was kind of funny to talk about kind of a story in my life because a lot of people, I know I share my life online, but a lot of people don't know kind of more of those intimate stories when the camera's turned off. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want me to do more story times like this, trust me, I have some other weird ones I could share with you. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Peace out. I'm gonna go get food, 'cause I'm hungry. Ooh, look at my little tummy. Little tummy, little tummy, little tummy, little tummy. Goodbye.